And so a big part of the healing process is cultivating the capacity to be able to hold these emotional states. And actually, that begins with being able to meet the protection, because you can't stampede past it. The more you push against it, the more it's going to push back. It is deeply intelligent, rooted in the intelligence of the body and the psyche. And it's designed to push back as hard as you push against it. And so pushing doesn't work, and you probably all know that. I'm sure you've tried. But you know, it's easy to miss the protection. It's very smart. It can be quite subtle and insidious and covert. And so I'd like to invite you to pick a challenging feeling or feeling state that has been or is coming up for you. And I'd probably recommend not picking anything too overwhelming for this exercise. If something hasn't come quite yet, that's okay. There'll be a bit more time for it to come. And if it has, just putting that to the side for a moment. And we're going to take a little bit of time to come into the body space, since it's the body space that really holds these feelings and these states. So finding a comfortable position. And if it feels right, you might allow the eyes to close. Making any adjustments that you need to make. Letting the body know you're going to be spending some time with it. Noticing the felt sense of the skin as it wraps itself around the fascia and the muscles. Feeling the fingers and the hands and the feet and the toes. Feeling the weight of the muscles and the contact your seat is having with the chair. And just taking a moment to really become aware of the felt sense of your whole body. And now inviting attention into the inner area of your body, that inner space in the throat, in the chest, the stomach, and the groin. And allowing your attention to settle here in this inner space of the body where feelings are felt. So if it feels right, if it feels safe, you can now bring your attention to a feeling or a state that has been or is currently challenging you. And you can invite it here now into your body space. And just take some time to notice how this feeling or feeling state shows up in your felt experience. You can let your body show you how it's holding this particular feeling. You might notice its qualities and where you feel it the most. And if nothing comes, that's okay, because nothing is also something that you can be with. You can also notice the qualities of this nothing. Maybe it feels blank or numb, for example. And so as you really take your time to sit with this feeling or state that's been challenging you, getting curious about it, really taking the time to get to know how it shows up in your felt experience. You might also take some time to notice if there's anything not wanting it to be here. Is there anything not wanting you to sit with this feeling? Sometimes this can manifest as spacing out, judging, resisting, fear, sleepiness, or any other reaction that takes your attention away from it. And if you do notice something not wanting to be here, And you might take a moment to really honor this part of you, because maybe it's trying to protect you. And you can let it know that you really see how much it's trying to protect you. And so now we're going to take some time to settle down with whatever you're noticing, and anything that doesn't want it to be here, if that's here too. And you might take a gentle hand and place it where you feel what you're being with the most. And if you're not sure where that is, you can just take your hand and place it on your heart, as if you're saying, I'm here with you now, and it's okay for you to be here. Letting your inner experience know that there's space for it to be here. Letting the protection know that there's space for it to be here. And continuing to keep a portion of your attention with your felt experience in this way. We're very slowly, over the next couple of minutes, going to come back into the space together, if that feels right to you. So whenever it feels right, you can slowly open the eyes. allowing the vision to come in. Notice how you don't have to reach out to touch what you see. It meets you here. Letting that place in you know that you're going to keep a portion of your attention with it during our time together. You're not going anywhere. And so I'm just wanting to let you know that there is no right or wrong experience that you could have had there. If it was challenging for you to follow my invitations, that's only showing you the protection, right? And so oftentimes it's not so easy to really contact and resolve the emotions beneath the protection until we've spent a certain amount of time softening it with our attention, with our patience, with our acceptance. And one of the primary ways that the protection shows up in my experience is through self-judgment and self-criticism and self-shaming and being hard on oneself. Because in essence, protection is disconnection. We disconnect from our experience, from our felt experience, to protect. And one of the primary ways that we disconnect is by making ourselves wrong. Through self-judgment and self-hatred. And when we're doing that, of course, we're not connected, and when we're not connected, we can't contact our feelings. Or at least we can't contact them from presence, right? Which is where the healing happens. The emotions might be happening, but we're spinning in them, we're identified with them. We're not truly being with them when we're disconnected from ourselves.